Moana. Long ago, there was a goddess named Te Fiti. She had a magical heart that brought life to the world. The heart was stolen by a shape-shifting demigod named Maui. He wanted to give the power of creation to humans. But when Maui tried to escape, a lava monster named Te Fiti attacked him. In the fight, Maui lost both the heart and his magical fish hook. The heart sank into the deep sea, and darkness began to spread across the world. Many years later, on an island called Motunui, lived a curious girl named Moana. Moana loved the ocean, but her father told her to stay away from the water. Still, the ocean had chosen Moana for something very special. When the island's food and fish began to disappear, Moana wanted to help her people. Her grandmother showed her a hidden cave, full of boats. Her people were once voyagers. Moana knew she had to find Maui and return the heart of Te Fiti. She said goodbye to her family and bravely sailed out into the big blue ocean. Moana faced storms and waves, but she kept going. She finally found Maui stranded on a distant island. Maui was strong and funny, but didn't want to help. Moana convinced him by showing him the glowing green heart. Together, they began their journey across the ocean. Maui taught Moana how to sail, and Moana showed Maui how to believe in himself. They entered a monster's lair to find Maui's magical fish hook. A giant crab named Tamatoa tried to trap them. With teamwork, Moana and Maui tricked the crab and escaped with the hook. Maui struggled to control his powers. He needed to believe in himself again. They faced big ocean waves and a scary coconut pirate gang called Kakamora. Moana bravely fought them off and protected the heart. But after a tough battle with Te Fiti, Maui's hook was badly damaged. Maui gave up and left. Moana felt lost and wanted to quit, too. Her grandmother's spirit appeared and reminded her who she truly was. Moana found her strength and sailed alone to face Te Fiti once more. She realized that Te Fiti was actually Te Fiti, without her heart. Moana walked calmly to the monster and returned the glowing green heart. Te Fiti was restored, the world healed, and Moana returned home as a true wayfinder. The moral of the story is be brave, believe in yourself, and follow your heart.
Cinderella. Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there lived a kind girl named Cinderella. She lived with her father, who loved her very much. One day, her father married a new woman with 2 daughters. Sadly, Cinderella's father passed away, leaving her with her stepmother and stepsisters. Her stepmother made Cinderella do all the cooking and cleaning. Her stepsisters laughed at her and called her names. Even with all the meanness, Cinderella stayed kind and gentle. She found comfort talking to birds and mice, her only friends. One day, a royal messenger arrived with a golden scroll. The prince was hosting a ball, and every young lady was invited. Cinderella's stepsisters jumped for joy. "We're going to meet the prince." Cinderella smiled and whispered, "I wish I could go too." "You," laughed her stepmother. "You're just a servant." Cinderella helped sew beautiful dresses for her stepsisters. She found an old dress and tried to fix it for the ball. When her sisters saw it, they tore it apart. "This is not for you." The carriage left. Cinderella sat alone, crying by the fireplace. Suddenly, golden sparkles filled the air. "Dry your tears, dear," said a gentle voice. It was her fairy godmother. With a wave, the fairy godmother turned a pumpkin into a glittering carriage. The mice turned into 4 strong white horses. Cinderella's ragged dress became a magical blue gown. On her feet, 2 shiny glass slippers appeared, so sparkly and perfect. "Be home before midnight," said the fairy godmother. "The magic will disappear." The guards bowed. Everyone gasped. Who was this beautiful girl? The prince walked over. "May I have this dance?" he asked. They danced under the stars. The prince couldn't look away. Cinderella laughed and felt truly happy for the first time in forever. But time flew by, and suddenly, dawn. The clock struck 12. "I must go." Cinderella ran away without saying her name. As she hurried down the stairs, 1 glass slipper fell off. "I'll find her," said the prince, holding the slipper tightly. The next morning, the prince and his guards went from house to house. Each girl tried the slipper, but it didn't fit anyone. The guards arrived at Cinderella's house. The stepsisters rushed forward. They tried to squeeze their feet in, but it didn't fit. "May I try?" asked Cinderella quietly. The glass slipper fit perfectly. Everyone gasped. The prince smiled. "You're the one I danced with." They were married in a grand royal wedding, and Cinderella lived happily ever after. 2 Sisters and the Magical Fairy. In a peaceful little village, there lived a happy family, a father, a mother, a wise grandmother, and their 2 daughters, Lila and Nina. Lila, the older sister, was kind and helpful. She always had a smile on her face and a hand ready to help. Nina, the younger sister, was lazy and often rude. She didn't like helping and never liked her sister getting praise. One morning, Mother called, "Lila, can you help me in the kitchen?" "Of course, Mama," said Lila, already on her way. Nina just yawned and said, "Ugh, why does she always say yes? So boring." Grandmother smiled at Lila and whispered, "You have such a golden heart, dear." Lila helped her father, mother, and grandmother every day. She even shared her toys and sweets. But Nina? She made messes, broke things, and blamed it all on Lila. At night, while everyone slept, something magical floated into their room, a glowing light. It was a fairy, gentle, sparkly, and kind. She looked at Lila and whispered, "Kindness deserves a little magic." She sprinkled fairy dust on Lila, smiled, and disappeared into the night. The next day, Lila's steps made flowers bloom. Her touch made everything brighter and cleaner. Birds flew to her shoulder. Even the cat purred happily by her side. Nina saw it all and got angry. "Why is she so lucky?" she shouted. She tried to copy Lila, but nothing magical happened. That night, the fairy appeared again, this time beside Nina. Nina sat up and asked, "Why doesn't the magic come to me?" The fairy smiled gently. "Because magic follows kindness, not laziness or jealousy." Nina looked down. "I didn't know. I just wanted to be special." "Kindness is what makes you special," the fairy whispered and vanished. The next morning, Nina woke up early and made tea for Grandma. She helped her mother. Hugged Lila, and said, "I'm sorry." From that day, the sisters helped each other, laughed together, and lived happily ever after. Moral: kindness is the real magic. Sleeping Beauty. Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, a baby princess named Aurora was born. The king and queen were so happy, they invited everyone to a big celebration. 3 kind fairies came to bless baby Aurora. Flora gave her the gift of beauty, Fauna gave her the gift of song. But suddenly, boom, an evil fairy named Maleficent appeared.
When she turns 16, she will prick her finger on a spinning wheel and fall into a deep sleep.
Everyone gasped. The 3rd fairy, Merryweather, hadn't given her gift yet.
She will not die, she will sleep, until true love's kiss wakes her.
The king ordered all spinning wheels burned. To protect her, the fairies raised Aurora in a cottage in the forest. They called her Briar Rose. She grew up kind and beautiful, just as the fairies wished. On her 16th birthday, Aurora sang to the animals in the forest.
I know you, I walked with you once upon a dream. I know you, I walked with you once upon a dream.
Prince Philip, riding through the forest, heard her song. They danced and laughed, but didn't know they were already promised to each other since birth. That night, the fairies told Aurora she was a princess.
A princess?
Back at the castle, Maleficent lured Aurora to a secret room.
Touch the spindle.
Aurora touched it, and fell into a deep sleep. The fairies gently placed Aurora on her bed. The whole castle was filled with sadness. But the fairies knew there was still hope. Maleficent had captured Prince Philip.
You shall never save her!
But the fairies rushed to help. Maleficent turned into a fierce dragon. With the fairies' help, the prince fought bravely with his shining sword. At last, the prince reached Aurora and gently kissed her. Magically, Aurora's eyes opened. The spell was broken. Aurora and the prince danced through the castle. The king, queen, and all the people cheered with joy. And so, Princess Aurora and Prince Philip lived happily ever after. The Frog and the Princess. Once upon a time, in a sparkling kingdom, there lived a joyful princess who loved to explore the royal garden. She wore a pink dress, shiny shoes, and always carried her favorite toy, a golden ball that shimmered in the sunlight. Each day, she tossed the ball high in the air, laughing and dancing as it flew up and down. One day, she threw it a little too high, and oh no, the ball bounced and rolled into a big, deep pond. The princess ran to the pond and looked inside. The golden ball was gone, hidden deep under the water. She sat on a rock and cried, "Oh no, my ball is lost forever." Suddenly, she heard a funny sound. A green frog hopped out from behind a leaf. The frog looked up and said, "Why are you crying, princess?" She sniffled, "My golden ball fell into the pond and I can't get it back." The frog smiled and said, "I can fetch your ball, but only if you promise to be my friend and let me visit you."
The princess nodded quickly. Yes, yes. I promise anything. Just bring my ball back, please.
With a splash, the frog dove into the pond. Bubbles floated to the top as he searched underwater. Soon, the frog popped up with the golden ball. The princess jumped with joy and clapped her hands. She took the ball and ran off to the castle, forgetting her promise to the helpful little frog. That night, as the stars twinkled in the sky, there was a soft knock at the castle door. The princess opened the door and gasped. It was the frog. "You promised to be my friend," he said gently. The princess felt bad. She looked at the king. The wise king smiled and said, "A real princess always keeps her word." So she invited the frog in. He sat at the dinner table, told funny jokes, and made the princess laugh. After dinner, they played games and told stories. The princess realized the frog was very kind. At bedtime, she thanked the frog for being a good friend and gave him a gentle kiss on the head. Suddenly, poof, a cloud of sparkles filled the room. The frog began to glow and grow. The frog turned into a handsome prince. His spell was broken. From that day on, the princess and the prince were best friends. And they lived happily ever after.